The universe unfolds as an infinite web of connections, where every thought and action reverberates throughout the cosmos. Within this vastness, our mind acts as a portal, a meeting point between the individual and the universal. Yet we often limit this portal, erecting invisible barriers that prevent us from accessing the full potential of our consciousness. Our thoughts, inherently powerful, can become the very chains that bind us to a limited reality. We find ourselves entangled in mental patterns that obscure our true nature, disconnecting us from the infinite energy of the universe. However, there is a path to transcend these self-imposed limitations, a journey that expands the horizons of our awareness, revealing the boundless power of our mind and our deep connection to the whole. This evolution goes beyond the personal, attuning us to the very frequency of the universe itself. In this exploration, we unveil the secrets to unlocking the full potential of your mind, revealing the vastness of your inner being. Prepare for a transformative journey that will expand your consciousness, opening the doors to an existence in harmony with the cosmic forces that surround us. The illusion of identity. In the vast field of universal consciousness, each human being is like a wave in the cosmic ocean. From the moment we manifest in this reality, we begin constructing a sense of self, an identity that seemingly separates us from the whole. As unconscious cosmic artists, we sculpt a self-image from the marble of experiences, memories, and beliefs. This sculpture, though it may seem solid and unchanging, flows as naturally as the ever-expanding universe itself. Reflect on the countless times you've defined yourself. I am limited. I am powerful. I am insignificant. I am part of something greater. Each statement is a brushstroke on the canvas of your cosmic identity. But do these definitions truly capture the infinite essence of your being? The truth reveals that our mind, in its cosmic dance of creation and perception, weaves an elaborate narrative about who we are. We are like eternal composers of the symphony of our existence, drawing from the notes of past experiences and melodies of imagined futures. This composition becomes so familiar that we mistake it for the totality of our being. Notice how this identity is ever-changing, mirroring the universe itself. The you from past solar cycles likely resonated at a different frequency than the you of today. And yet, there is a constant awareness, an eternal presence that witnesses this continuous evolution. This illusion of a fixed identity profoundly impacts our connection with the universe. A rigid attachment to a limited idea of who we are creates resistance to the natural flow of cosmic evolution. We trap ourselves in vibrational patterns that may be out of harmony with our true nature simply because we believe, "This is how I vibrate." Imagine a cosmic instrument that limits itself to playing only one note, forgetting that it is part of a vast universal symphony. Similarly, when we over-identify with fleeting thoughts and emotions, we lose the ability to tune into the infinite possibilities of the cosmos. The transformative revelation lies in the possibility of transcending this illusion, recognizing that we are not merely our stories or thoughts, but rather an expression of universal consciousness, opens the door to a deeper understanding of our true essence. It is like removing the filters that have limited our perception of the cosmos, allowing the light of consciousness to shine in its fullness. This awakening does not deny our individuality, but acknowledges that something far more fundamental exists within us, a direct connection to the universal source of all existence. From this place of expanded awareness, we begin to free ourselves from self-imposed limitations, accessing the limitless power of the mind in harmony with the universe. As we continue this journey of conscious evolution, we explore how to align with the cosmic flow, transcending the illusory control of the conditioned mind and opening the path to a freedom that resonates with the highest vibrations of the universe. Like this video and comment 777 if you've ever tried to control your thoughts and realized it only made things worse. The myth of mental control. The expansion of consciousness confronts us with one of the most persistent illusions of human experience, the belief in absolute control over our minds. This idea, deeply ingrained in our psyche, acts as a veil that separates us from the true nature of mental flow and our connection to universal intelligence. Visualize the mind as a vast cosmic sky, where thoughts arise and disappear like shooting stars. We try to grasp these thoughts, direct them, control them, as if we could command the movement of celestial bodies. However, just as we do not order a star to shine or fade, we do not have absolute control over the arising and vanishing of our thoughts. This realization may initially feel unsettling. Conditioning leads us to believe that mastering our minds is the key to success and happiness. We force positive thoughts, suppress unwanted emotions, and try to control every aspect of our inner experience. Yet the more we struggle for control, the more disconnected we feel from the natural flow of universal consciousness. A paradox emerges. The more we try to control our thoughts, the more they seem to control us. It is like attempting to calm ocean waves by striking them, only creating more turbulence. This constant effort to manipulate our mental experience generates tension that misaligns us from the harmonious rhythm of the cosmos. The liberating truth emerges. The mind, in its essence, reflects the cosmic intelligence that permeates the entire universe. It functions spontaneously without needing our constant interference. Just as the heart beats and the lungs breathe without our conscious command, the mind thinks naturally, in sync with universal laws. Recognizing the mind's autonomy does not mean abandoning all forms of mental direction. On the contrary, it is the first step toward a more harmonious relationship with our mental processes. It is like learning to surf ocean waves instead of fighting against them. We can navigate the flow of thoughts with grace and skill, without the illusion of total control. This shift in perspective opens the doors to a higher form of influence over our mental experience. Instead of trying to control every thought, we cultivate an expanded state of awareness that allows us to observe the mental flow with clarity and discernment. In this state of conscious observation, we align with the universal wisdom that flows through us. By letting go of the illusion of control, we discover a profound freedom. We are no longer at the mercy of every thought that arises, nor compelled to react to every mental impulse. We become conscious observers, able to choose which thoughts to align with and which to let pass. Releasing the myth of mental control is a crucial step in our conscious evolution. It opens us to a more authentic experience, aligned with the flow of life. Moving forward, we will explore how this new perspective allows us to access higher states of consciousness, where true freedom lies beyond the limits of conditioned thought. Freedom beyond thoughts. The path to true mental freedom leads us to a realm beyond conditioned thought. This transcendental domain, where our consciousness expands and connects with the infinite, awaits our discovery. Here we do not seek to control or change our thoughts, but rather to create a space of conscious observation that allows us to experience our true nature. Imagine your mind as a vast night sky. Thoughts are like passing clouds, some dark and turbulent, others light and luminous. The practice of conscious observation teaches us to be the sky, not the clouds. We remain unchanged, vast and serene, regardless of the thoughts that pass through our field of awareness. This elevated perspective frees us from the endless cycle of reacting to our thoughts. Instead of being swept away by the mental current, we learn to observe the flow with equanimity. It is as if we were sitting on the bank of a river, watching the waters pass by without feeling compelled to dive into every wave. The first step on this journey involves cultivating awareness of the present moment. We begin to notice thoughts as they arise, without judgment or attachment. This simple act of observation creates a subtle yet powerful separation between the observer and the observed. Gradually, we realize that we are not our thoughts, but the awareness that witnesses them. A practical exercise to initiate this practice is dedicating a few minutes daily to observing the breath. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus your attention on the natural flow of your breath. When thoughts arise, and they certainly will, simply notice them and gently return your attention to the breath. This simple yet profound practice begins to create space between you and your thoughts. Another powerful technique involves mental labeling. As thoughts emerge, silently label them. Planning, remembering, worrying. This act of naming creates additional distance, allowing you to observe your mental patterns without fully identifying with them. In daily life, we can extend this awareness practice to our routine activities. While performing tasks such as washing dishes, driving, or walking, keep part of your attention in the present moment. Notice physical sensations, the sounds around you, the rhythm of your breath. This divided attention cultivates a state of presence that anchors us in the here and now, regardless of the stream of thoughts. Inspiring stories abound of individuals who have experienced profound transformations through these practices. Stressed executives find renewed clarity and creativity. Artists overcome creative blocks by accessing a state of flow beyond critical thought. Ordinary people discover an inner peace that remains unshaken despite life's challenges. A remarkable example is that of a teacher who struggled with chronic anxiety. Through the practice of conscious observation, she began to recognize the pattern of catastrophic thoughts fueling her anxiety. Gradually, she learned to observe these thoughts without identifying with them. Over time, her anxiety significantly diminished, and she became more present and effective in the classroom. This state of freedom beyond thoughts is not a distant goal, but an ever-present reality awaiting our recognition. It is our natural state of being, often obscured by excessive identification with mental content. As we progress in this practice, we begin to glimpse a deeper dimension of our existence, a quiet stillness, a peace that does not depend on external circumstances or transient mental states. This is true freedom, the freedom to be, regardless of what is passing through our mind. In the next chapter, we will explore this inner space of silence and vastness more deeply, discovering how it connects us with the infinite intelligence of the universe and reveals our true potential. Exploring inner space. As we enter the vast territory of our expanded consciousness, we discover a realm of profound silence and limitless potential. This inner space, often overlooked amid the whirlwind of daily life, is the gateway to our connection with the universe and the source of our true nature. Think of the moments when your mind naturally quiets, perhaps while watching a breathtaking sunset, during a peaceful walk in nature, or in the moments before sleep. In these brief pauses of mental silence, we glimpse something beyond thought, a vast, serene presence that permeates everything. This inner silence is not merely the absence of sound or thought. It is a living silence, pulsing with creative potential. It is the fertile ground from which all ideas, inspirations, and intuitions arise. Scientists, artists, and innovators often report that their greatest discoveries emerge not from active thinking, but from these moments of mental stillness. To cultivate awareness of this inner space, we can use the metaphor of the sky and the clouds. Our thoughts are like clouds, sometimes dense and stormy, other times light and scattered. But behind these clouds, the vast blue sky of our consciousness always remains. Our practice is to increasingly identify with this unchanging sky rather than the passing clouds of thought. A powerful exercise for exploring this space is the practice of the gap. During your daily activities, start noticing the small pauses between your thoughts. These gaps may be extremely brief at first, but with practice, you will notice them expanding. In these moments of pause, simply rest in pure awareness, without trying to fill the silence with more thoughts. Another technique involves asking the question, "Who am I?" Do not seek an intellectual answer. Instead, use the question to direct your attention to the source of your consciousness. Who is the I asking this question? Who is the observer behind all thoughts and perceptions? As we explore this inner space, we begin to realize that our true nature cannot be captured in words or concepts. It is a direct experience of being, an eternal presence that transcends all definitions and limitations. This exploration is not merely a philosophical exercise. It has profound implications for our daily lives. By becoming familiar with this space of silence and vastness, we gain a new perspective on our challenges and concerns. Problems that once seemed overwhelming are now seen in a broader context. Moreover, this inner space is the point of connection with the universal intelligence that permeates the cosmos. Here we can access deeper levels of creativity, intuition, and wisdom. It is as if we are tuning in to the very frequency of the universe. As we cultivate awareness of this inner space, our external life begins to transform. In the next chapter, we will explore how to bring this new awareness into everyday life, reshaping our reality from this elevated state of consciousness. A transformed life. Discovering the vast inner space of our consciousness is not an end in itself, but the beginning of a profound transformation in our life experience. Now, we explore how to integrate this new awareness into our daily reality, creating a life that reflects our true nature and aligns with the universal flow. The first step in this journey of transformation is the consistent practice of bringing expanded awareness into the ordinary moments of our lives. Imagine yourself performing daily tasks, preparing a meal, attending a work meeting, or interacting with loved ones, while maintaining a conscious connection with the inner space of silence and vastness. This presence infuses each action with a quality of attention and intentionality that transforms the mundane into the sacred. A powerful technique to break automatic mental patterns is the practice of pause and observe. Several times a day, take a conscious pause. Breathe deeply and observe your inner state. Notice your thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. This brief moment of awareness interrupts the habitual flow of thought and reconnects us with our deeper essence. In moments of challenge, when external circumstances seem to pull us back into old reactive patterns, we remember that we have the choice to respond from a place of clarity and presence. Visualize yourself as the vast sky, capable of holding any emotional storm without being disturbed in its essence. This perspective allows us to navigate difficult situations with grace and balance. In the professional environment, applying this expanded awareness can lead to profound transformation. Executives report significant improvements in decision-making, creativity, and leadership when they regularly access this space of inner clarity. A CEO of a technology company shared how incorporating mindfulness practices into his daily routine not only reduced his stress levels, but also inspired a culture of innovation and well-being throughout the organization. In personal relationships, this new awareness allows us to be truly present with others, free from the projections and expectations that often cloud our interactions. A couples therapist observed that partners who practice presence together experience remarkable improvements in communication and emotional connection. Creativity also flourishes when we regularly access this space beyond thought. Artists, writers, and musicians often report that their best work emerges not from mental effort, but from a state of flow, where they feel connected to a source of inspiration greater than themselves. To sustain this new way of being in the world, it is crucial to develop small habits that anchor us in presence throughout the day. This can include morning meditation, mindful pauses between tasks, or a gratitude practice before sleep. Each person will find their own unique way to cultivate and maintain this connection with the inner space of clarity and peace. It is important to remember that this transformation is a gradual process. There will be moments when we fall back into old patterns. In these moments, the key is self-compassion and gentle persistence. Each return to awareness is a victory, strengthening our ability to live from this new level of being. As we integrate this expanded awareness more deeply into our daily lives, we begin to experience a profound sense of alignment with the flow of life. Synchronicities increase, decisions become clearer, and we feel a deeper connection with everything around us. This transformed life is not a distant utopia, but a real and tangible possibility for each of us. In the next chapter, we will explore how to sustain and deepen this shift over time, creating a life of clarity, purpose, and lasting connection with the universe. Sustaining the shift. The journey of expanding consciousness and aligning with the universe is continuous, requiring dedication and consistent practice. In this chapter, we explore strategies to sustain and deepen the changes we have begun to experience, creating a solid foundation for a life of clarity, presence, and lasting cosmic connection. The first step in maintaining this new awareness is establishing a consistent daily practice. This does not necessarily mean long hours of meditation, but rather regular moments of conscious connection throughout the day. Start with short periods, perhaps 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and evening, dedicated to stillness and inner observation. Gradually, you will notice these moments of peace naturally extending into the rest of your day. Integrate mindfulness practices into your everyday activities, While brushing your teeth, showering, or eating, remain fully present. Feel the water on your skin, savor each bite of food. These simple practices anchor your awareness in the present moment, pulling it away from the whirlwind of automatic thoughts. Cultivate an environment that supports your conscious evolution. This could include creating a quiet space in your home for meditation, surrounding yourself with inspiring books, or choosing music and art that elevate your vibration. Your external environment profoundly impacts your internal state, so make conscious choices about what you allow into your space. The resistance of the conditioned mind is a common challenge on this journey. There will be moments when old thought and behavior patterns try to regain control. In these moments, remember, resistance is normal and expected. Instead of fighting it, observe it with compassion. The very act of bringing conscious attention to these patterns is already an act of liberation. Connect with others on a similar path. Joining meditation groups, workshops, or retreats can strengthen your practice and provide valuable support. Sharing experiences and challenges with fellow practitioners can bring deep insights and renewed motivation. Keep a journal of your inner journey. Record your experiences, insights, and challenges. This practice of written reflection not only solidifies your learning, but also allows you to observe your progress over time. Often we recognize subtle yet significant changes when we look back at our notes. Remember that this journey is not linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of profound clarity, and periods of confusion. Embrace all these experiences as a natural part of expanding consciousness. Every challenge is an opportunity to deepen your practice and understanding. The benefits of sustained practice are profound and far-reaching. Practitioners report an increasing sense of inner peace, more harmonious relationships, enhanced creativity, and heightened intuition. Additionally, many experience a deeper sense of purpose and connection with the universe. As you continue on this path, remember, every moment of awareness is a victory. Each time you return to the present, each time you observe your thoughts without identifying with them, you strengthen your connection to your true nature and the vastness of the cosmos. In the final chapter, we will explore how this new way of being in the world can inspire change not only in your individual life, but also in the collective consciousness of humanity. We have reached the pinnacle of our journey, where the truth about our essential nature is revealed in all its brilliance. This truth, both simple and profound, has the power to transform not only your individual life, but also the very fabric of the reality we collectively experience. The truth is this: you are far more than your thoughts, emotions, or experiences. Your essence is pure consciousness, vast, limitless, and eternally present. This consciousness is the same force that permeates the entire universe, intimately connecting you with all that exists. Now that you have glimpsed this truth, the choice is yours. You can continue living in the illusion created by the mind, identifying with fleeting thoughts and transient emotions. Or you can choose to awaken to your true nature, living from this place of clarity, presence, and cosmic connection. This choice is not made just once, but in every moment. Each time you remember your true nature, each time you return to the present, you reaffirm your freedom and expand your consciousness. Imagine a world where every individual lives from this truth, a world of compassion, creativity, and harmonious cooperation. This is not a distant dream, but a real possibility that begins with you here and now. The journey of expanding consciousness is both personal and universal. Every step you take toward your true nature elevates the collective consciousness of humanity. Are you ready to live this truth? To be the beacon of awareness that the world needs? The universe awaits your answer, vibrating with infinite possibilities. The choice is yours, and the time is now.